out. Pretzel decided to take away my chiptunes. Says I have to pay for them. Now I feel too tired to find some other DRM music right now. What's all this? What's all this? Oh, it's so bright. So bright and shiny. Assembly instructions. Pretty easy. How does it look there? Let me see if my thingamabobber is dialed in. Focus, yeah. It's kind of hard to read. Swore to the blood coven. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not going to read about it right now. All very interesting, I bet. All the cards. Seems kind of small for 25 millimeter, 28 millimeter, 32 millimeter. Could be cool for 15 millimeter though. Maybe I'll add it to my flat pack terrain that I usually use at 15 millimeter. Some symbols. Symbols are nice. That, don't need that. Everything we need is in this little bag. Scenic base looks cool. Cracked earth, some bones. There's a skull. There's a head. Let's see. So I think I'll be working at about this level. Yeah. Probably as good as it gets. Ah, there we go. Standing there. It's a head. Bonk. It's a little arm. The beasties are pretty cool looking. Are they the same head? I do believe so. Slightly different. Oh yeah, they're keyed differently. This one has mold lines around the chin. This one maybe doesn't. This one plugs in here. They don't look that different. This one looks fatter. Ah, I want to listen to chip tunes. Bumming me out, Pixel. Alright, there she is. Haha, built. Look how easy that was. Oh, and on a scenic base. Guess that's the only real pop, is that the scenic base looks cool. Then you got this flat, boring base anyway. It doesn't really blend with it. So we're not going to put that in there because it's warped, I guess. And that's that. Ugh. I don't think I have my phone on me. No. How tall is she? Here's a Curse City dude. They're scaling pretty good. Curse City dude rolled away. I'm supposed to get primed. Little so-and-so. Alright. Disassemble. Easy enough to remove them from that base, I guess. I don't necessarily have a problem with those bases. They're okay. I think I'll message some folks. Let them know I'm streaming. Oh yeah, I was gonna switch. Do it like girl painting tells you to. One of these. Feels hard. I like the noise. Say I dislike that noise. Right. Maybe I won't be using that. Where's my people? Up here. Bump and Mr. Octopus. Okay, there we go. And back to that. Okay. Sleepy. Sleepy, sleepy. Let's see. So, use this expensive mold line remover, which I do like better for removing mold lines. That yellow thing. It's good for cutting away flash, though, and whatnot, I suppose. I need some new blades for it, too. I don't even know where I got it. How old the blades are. Did I buy it? Maybe. Not too shabby. I wish I got some water. Rookie mistake. Those areas are always tricky. I didn't think I could reach it with the wired brush. Let's see. That's okay. That's okay. Ooh, you. Ah, there we go. That's what we could use a blade for. big and clunky. Maybe if I had a smaller one. Bone Witch. One-page rules, man. That's what I'd like to use them in. One-page rules. I mean, they're all underneath there. Does it even matter? Probably not. Oh, some old line there, though. I don't know. Maybe I gotta find some music. Alright, let's look for music. Royalty-free music for Twitch. Alright, let's see. What do we got? Epidemic Sound. I've done that one. It's not bad, not bad. I like the take off the... Just freeze. Don't freeze on me. Owned music. And Vato Elements. Column music. Artist. Jingle Punks music. Pretzel. It's over, man. Stream Beats. Comptech. Oh, yeah. Comptech's always good. Monster Cat. Soundstripe. Alright. Let's open up Epidemic Sound then. Is this the Plastic Tank and Robot Canada show? No, this is the Bone Witch show. Of bone witchiness. Also, I'm looking for DRM free music. Can you see it? Probably. I don't know. I'm not looking. I'm looking at music. Oh, got no time for looking at my camera. Accept. Yeah, sure. Start your free trial. But I've already done that. I just want free music to listen to. I mean, I could just listen to music. I don't know. I don't want to figure it out. It's a bummer. I have not been streaming lately, no. Busy. When was the last one? Was it Gundam one? It was good. Good Gundam builds. I did the Virulent. Yeah. Virulent was cool. I would have done a Gundam tonight, but I'm kind of tired. I need to kill time while I finish off work. And then I'm going to go to bed. There's another reason why I'm not streaming too much. Sleepy. See, I was watching a video that Girl Painting did, where she's talking about how some dude cut himself with his hobby knife, and that you should always use one of these. So, I'm trying it out. Since I have one. I think I've used it for terrain mostly. I might have cut foam with it. Maybe that's why it's still. This works anyway. Alright. And those probably don't matter too much, those lines. But we could still cut them away a bit. So apparently, because it hits here, you don't have to worry about cutting yourself. I don't know. You have to move it back a bit more. Maybe she just doesn't have as big of a thumb as me. Epoxy 2-part glue works a treat. Excellent. It's non-toxic. It works great for my magnets. Oh yeah. You get used to it using it. It ain't too bad. Yeah, I have to get used to using it. I'll be doing a lot of ski and snowboard repair work with epoxy, so I'm gonna get fairly well practiced, I think. This year. Ah, it's too short. I don't think I have any in the hobby room right now. So let's use regular old CA glue. This project. What's the working time like on the epoxy? You watched the video with Girl Painting? Yeah. Using a angled blade used for cutting stencils. End of X-Acto. Oh yes. I don't know what this kind is. I mean, this is old and dull now. Not dull, but not too sharp. Gets the job done. But yeah, kind of bends over time from use. This guy's a little more rigid. This guy's super rigid. It's okay. It's an experiment. Line Rover does work pretty good. I get my daughter to use it when she's doing model kits, which isn't very often. But you don't have to worry about cutting yourself on this for the most part. You could. That'd be a fluke, I think. That's good. Bone Witch! See, she got all the bones. These are Runewars minis. They are good enough quality, I say, to be interesting. Pretty inexpensive. If you got a place that had stocked a lot of them and then now they're trying to get rid of them. Hard to say in Spain. You're gonna find that overly cheap, or if you even want them, because they're not super high quality. But let's see. I use loads of wooden toothpick for epoxy. Yeah. So you apply one part, which doesn't dry. Yeah, which is great. Then use the other half toothpick to apply the second part and mix the glue on the target. Okay, so you mix it right into the target. That's not bad at all then. So once you get your ratios right, you're good. 50-50. I think is usually what they are. No allergic reactions, which is the best. She got an extra bone on her bow. I've seen a few weapons now like this, where they have like a wraps around the blade, like some of the Frostgrave Gnolls have that too on their axes. It just doesn't seem to make much sense to me. I mean, isn't that going to wear away? Can you hack at somebody with leather wrapped blade? Leather cutting? I don't know. Ugh. Okay. Wonder if there's a DRM free radio station where they just play 15-second clips of music. It'd be rather eclectic. So curing time for epoxy is around 72 hours. It achieves over 90% strength within 1 hour of drying. Okay. We get 5 minutes working time before it starts to set. Yeah. That's one thing to remember about epoxy. Is you have to be ready for it once you mix it together. I'll have to do some epoxying tomorrow at work. Remember, I have some laminate coming off the snowboard. All right. Good. That. Let's work on this little face. Look at that cute little face. So there's one part you want to blade. Cut away that bit of flash. It's not as nice to flip around in your hand as the X-Acto handle. Ooh. Ooh. So Dicey Guy's been active again. It's nice. Though often when I'm on, I see him come up, it says, streaming some video game, no mic. So, well, there's no mic, I'm gonna hang out. Can't even talk then. Also, I'm running my PS3i right now. I found a way to use it on OBS. So that's cool. Then we can keep the old webcam that was there on my wife's desk whenever we need to use it, or if she wants to get to work on reaction videos. We did some testing on that, I think Friday before last. She had a lot of fun. It was Friday. Yeah, this guy is active, but his Discord is a bit dead. It's magnetization I'm doing, and it's boring. 2,000 points of orcs. Oh, still slogging away at the orcs, huh? I need this little blade to get in. These little teeth. Did you get the Octarius orcs? I think you're working on 40k orcs, aren't you? Yeah, you magnetize everything and stuff? Yeah. Do you regret some of the magnetizations? Or have they been always rewarding in the end? Tiny bolt lines on this guy. Ah, you got 2 boxes. Nice. I'm very tempted by the new Christmas red gobbo. Might get it. Kind of pricey though. That's what I said about the last red gobbo. I ended up buying it anyway later for more than I would have spent if I just bought it at the Christmas time. So there is that. Did you keep all the terrain for the Octarius too? I haven't dug into any of it yet, but the terrain looks pretty cool. Okay. That's fine. Oh, my thumb's starting to cramp. You regret nothing. Excellent. Future-proofs your minis. I understand people buy a Death Dread and stick 2 claws and 2 big shooters on them. Is that too many things, or just not future-proofed enough? In here. Something like 100 different weapon combos. The Death Dreads. Ooh, nice. I can see why you magnetize them. All right, Bone Witch. Assumed you have little bony bits down there. Yeah. I never love these mold lines on the chin, that's for sure. They seem to be on ladies. Pointy little jaws. Have some slipping away, maybe. I think that's good. You kept all the lovely scrapyard terrain? Nice. Yeah. This is some lovely terrain, isn't it? Did you already have the Speed Freak set? The terrain that came with that? I think I heard that some of that was taken from the Speed Freaks box. Yeah, all that orky terrain would be nice for making a killing ground for the Revolutionary Committee. Order the orcs to their doom. Alright, I can live with that. Glue time. You got the Speed Freaks trade-offs? Yeah, nice. I've decided to go back to using little tiny super glues. So I feel like I never get my usage's worth out of the bigger bottles. Something always happens to them. It poked me right in the finger. Let's get a little, yeah. Yeah, I know. That little glue is like kryptonite now. It's unfortunate. Ah, there we go. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. Okay. Hey, Chris, how's it going? I'm building a bone witch. I don't know. That's oh, you picked up some Tamiya then? Nice. Excuse me. I don't think Mr. Dog can use Tamiya thin either. Did you try any of the non-toxic cement, Dave Dog? Like this one or this one? If you're not allergic to it, Tamiya Extra Thin is quite wonderful. Nice. Yeah, I like her. Ooh, you guys can't see. Move it up a bit. More. All right. There we go. It doesn't fit into the snake piece. Something's wonky. I don't know what. I did the old hot water trick. I get them to all work, but I don't know if I'll use it or not. Okay. We gotta get this one all cleaned up. Well, this is Runewars. She's Kethra Alak. Runewars is probably pretty available to you for cheap. Let's see. Show me some of the other Tamiya glues. The white one. That is toxic. This one. It is poisonous, so don't drink it. It says don't breathe in the vapors, so maybe you don't want that one. Okay, yeah, this isn't the one I was thinking it was. I was thinking of a different one. Sorry. Maybe it was orange. I don't know. Okay, not that one. Don't use that one, Mr. Dog. Just this one. I don't think this one has acetone, though, does it? It has synthetic resin and styrene organic solvent. So I don't know what that is. Yeah, I like the elves too. They're just packed away. I was just tired and wanted to work on something. I had some of these at hand, so I figured I'd start with the Bone Witch. They store nicely. They don't break easy. Also picked up the carrion worm guy for the undead. That's the only undead I could ever find cheap. Some people talk about how they can find the other ones cheap, but it wasn't that way for me. All the undead stuff is always expensive. Same with the humans for some reason. Didn't want the humans though. Can't get testers? Yeah, that sucks. Super cheap here too. It's like $3.50 a tube. Just about like $2 in America. You got a few of the Runewars starter boxes. So you got plenty of undead and humans. Do you like the humans? The elves and halfling army? Oh yeah. I like the golems a lot. Human golems. Oh, which got skulls? How do I feel about this? Do I feel like it's mostly done? I think so. I think so. Oh yeah. The old cities of Sigmar. The one wood elf that's in Cursed City is pretty cool though. No one plays Kings of War that you know? That's something else I could have worked on. Wrath of Kings and stuff. That's okay. The Wrath of Kings stuff is a little nicer to work with than these guys. These aren't bad. Just a bit time consuming. The assembly easy. So that's something. It's just a cleanup. You never got into AOS? Never got into AOS, but I did collect AOS. Certain stuff. I have that Night Haunt force, which is pretty cool. Which reminds me, I need to do some gap filling, some priming, and then some speed painting, and those my additional forces will be done. And then I'll need some for maybe some OPR. They'd make good enemy factions. While my daughter wants to play, she might or might not. She does like the Corn Bloodbound a lot. Disturbingly, maybe. I bet she'd like the new Dark Oath Savagers, like they're called. Autocorrect. Let's see. Forge World Warhammer, the old world, is going to be the biggest cash grab. Yep. And I like the humans from Renewers, okay. Just haven't figured out much more. The car. All children should love orcs. Yeah, she likes the orcs well enough. She does like the corn guys better. Still have the other miniature to build from the Getting Started with the Age of Sigmar magazine. I built the Cruel Boy, which I really liked. And she's going to build the Stormcast. So maybe we'll do that this weekend. I thought it was going to be the girl Stormcast in the magazine. There's a picture of the girl Stormcast in the magazine, but it's actually the boy Stormcast, so I feel like she might be disappointed with that. Because that was one of the few selling points that Stormcast have, is at least they have Lady Stormcasts. Haven't figured out use for much more than the car. Runewars, okay. I think I'm understanding what this autocorrect has done. You hooked your kid on Wargame yet, or is my level 27 out? Oh, the cavalry, yeah. No, she isn't hooked. Sometimes she'll play a game no problem, and sometimes she won't. We had a game set up to play of tanks and robots versus monsters, but she wasn't feeling it. But it was after school, so maybe she had a day of relaxing instead of having to learn and play some new game. Would have worked out better. The last game we played that she really enjoyed was at a local game store. It was World of Tanks. And she really likes playing that. She likes playing competitive too against my friends. She thinks it's hilarious when she beats them, since we gave her the most powerful tank. They're all good guys. Old. Good kids. It's nice. Remember, My Little Ponies is not a lifetime hobby. I don't know if people care about My Little Ponies so much anymore. I do have some to paint, though. I got the Hasbro ones. I am looking forward to it when we eventually do that. And they come with stickers and decals. Ooh, maybe I could use some of the decals on tanks. That'd be pretty cool. Ooh, I could do the tanks and the colors of the My Little Ponies. Dang. Thanks for the idea, Mr. Dog. I like it. We did your first game of 40K for your cousins recently. They loved it. Nice. I thought it was really exciting when I first played it too. I liked it right up until we started doing tournaments, I would say. And then I didn't like it as much. Because when you're playing with your friends, you can banter, you can talk, and you have a good time. But when you're at the tournament, you're not really bantering. It's not necessarily a good time. Just kind of waiting for the other person to finish their turn. It's kind of boring. And then there's the pressure. Winning. You don't have to win, of course, but if you show up to a tournament, you kind of feel obliged to at least try. That was a long time ago now. Brony confirmed. I actually did enjoy watching My Little Ponies. I'm not gonna lie, especially the first couple of seasons. They're very heavy on the geek content. I like that. But as the seasons went by, it definitely lost. You know, the uniqueness, it just kind of goes through the motions. Some episodes are better than others, but you know. It was something we could watch together too, which was nice. We haven't watched the new My Little Pony movie together. I think she watched it on her own. It doesn't have the main 6. YouTuber Jenny, what's her name, went to a My Little Pony and mentioned the big one. And it was apparently the last one ever. So popularity is waning. Yeah, I do not doubt it. $40K is a natural gateway to wargaming for beer and pretzels mode, just playing casual private games. Yeah, definitely. But my gateway game was Warhammer Fantasy Battle. It was more popular than 40K. Or at least that's the way it seemed, my local scene. Tournament's not really social events. You stand there with a stranger, it can be socially awkward. Yeah. Be into the game 100% and focus on that instead. Yeah. I've never been really that kind of person. Cooperative gaming with a stranger is pretty fun. To learn what they're all about. And then, as you gain their trust, you know, and you learn to trust them, then competitive gaming is a lot more fun too. Because you just become friends. I guess I'd just rather game with friends. There we go. And here she is. What's her name again? Kethra Alak. Looking good. I showed her off when no one was here, compared to Pistol Guy, who was keep priming. Scale nicely together. She's a bit chunkier. They'd mix just fine on the tabletop if you needed to. He's got his giant saber. Like, that's a two-handed saber. Even with big GW hands. Yeah, that's some old line there. There we go. Spriggle weapons. Also have a old dark elf hanging around. Bigger than an old dark elf, by quite a bit. I did not glue this dark elf. It was my friend who did it way back in the day. I don't know what kind of plastic cement he had, but this stuff was always super nasty. It just melt everything. Wasn't very good at clipping things off sprues either. Probably didn't even have clippers. Never cleaned up the mold line or the clipper lines. I dug these out because I had meant to do a video on painting using a GW guide that was in the Dark Elf Codex for 6th edition. I never got around to it. Need lots of cleanup. Pretty sure I could chop off the arms and then tidy up the areas and reglue them all, clean up all the mold lines. Oh yeah, I have learned that, Mr. Dog. The Spanish Nazi event. It's pretty crazy. I feel like you mentioned before something about Spanish law making that kind of thing easier to do. Ah, 1930s far-right Spanish political party logos. Okay. Yeah, I haven't read the statement. I don't really feel like I need to read the statement. I'm sure I agree with it. Real fascist people, people who think it's fun to get a reaction of wearing fascist things. I don't need any of that. So I say good riddance. Yeah, the guide for this is hilarious. Yeah, this old plastic cement. It's nasty but strong. Once you glue with it, parts do not like coming undone. Oh, there are these two here. Probably don't need to remove that part. Look at those boxing glove hands. Yep, huge. Yeah, that's right. You told me about the old guy. That's right. I don't know. Should I just start cutting up? like I'm too tired to really concentrate on cutting, so I don't need to have an injury on screen, that's for sure. Mold lines is always fun, though. These old plastics mold lines are not quite as resilient, that's for sure. Then you have the mold line in the wrap, which always annoyed me. Tried to order people around and bully them at the club. I had enough one day and told him where he could go. His orders. He cowered away. Could not handle it. Awesome. Fury of the dog. Yeah, it's good to stand up. Oh, you got something to say. Club scene's gotta be strange too, I'd imagine. Probably feel like you need to make a lot of compromises to make it all work. Problem with Spain is that there are old fascist families that were in control back when there was a military dictatorship, still in power at all levels of government, military and corporate level. Yeah. I don't doubt it. And there's lots of people all around the world who really like the idea of fascism. It's understandable. People who want control, who want fascism, people who want stability. So fascism can't stay stable for very long, it seems. Not enough flexibility. The club has a bad atmosphere. There's no community. It's just like the big garage. It's not nice. Alternatives are shops or clubs, but really far away. Yeah. So what you got to work with then. Yeah, I feel lucky in my game store. Nice place. Similar values to the rest of us that like to go there. A real contention, but I feel like other game stores definitely have a different vibe. Some I definitely don't really want to game at. Like there's one I like to buy miniatures from. They sell them, especially Games Workshop for the cheapest you can get in Canada. But it doesn't really seem like a gaming environment I want to hang out in. The game store I really like. It never has any sales on Games Workshop stuff. But they have a great gaming environment. Problem with fascism is that people just want domestic slaves at the end of the day. Yeah, that's true. It's true. Well, maybe I don't even have to take apart this mini. Just careful cleaning up. Some of them, though, definitely, the poses are super janky. This one's one of the better looking ones. Can't really argue with this pose at all, I'd say. Small cities and towns. Yeah. Definitely different out. Small cities and towns. Definitely get more of a standardized type of mindset. Some towns are cool. Feel really relaxed there. The town my dad's from, every time I go there, I just feel the hostility towards me. You can walk into a place and everyone will just stop and stare at me. It's not even that small of a town. Thousands of people. It's not like it's a one gas station stop. Yeah, it's never liked me there. I don't like them. That's how it goes. Spears as long as swords. A little longer even. Probably there. Rural monoculture. Well, I'd certainly never seen things like I do in the city I live in now. Like where I came from, we never saw burqas or jobs. When I moved here, it was shocking at first to see, and then I got used to it. Of course, in the cities, you get neighborhoods that are like monocultures as well. Where I work is very suburban. You're shocked by things that are pretty commonplace where I live, which is urban. Dave Dog and Cool Dave. It's the Dave's Show. Yeah, it's true. You're absolutely right, Mr. Dog. Because of COVID, basically the homeless have taken over downtown. Since all the offices shut down, everyone was working at home. So it'll be interesting to see what happens once everyone starts gearing back into going back to the office. There's going to be some pushback there. I do prefer a smaller city, though, than a bigger city. But I'll take a city over a small town. Okay. All I gotta do is remove them from the base and put them on a round. I'll be happy. Something about the arm angle really gives it a feeling of the 90s. I feel like I saw so many of this arm angles, so many different kits. see. Being from a small city, I had the same experience, Dave. It really makes you wise up to being around different types of people. It's so many things I never questioned. Yeah, it's true. People walk around Spain with no masks now, but are entering shops, you gotta wear masks. Yeah, that's how it is here. You don't have to wear a mask outside, but you always have to wear a mask in the store. Unless you're an anti-masker, and you're just not wearing a mask. And at my work, you don't enforce the mask policy. It's up to the city. Just you have the sign on the door that says you're supposed to wear a mask, and then they come in without a mask and you say nothing. But you also don't really have to give them service. So that's cool. Right. I think I have one more hanging around here. Oh, there we go. Toot toot. Somehow this cracks me up. What is it? Oh, yeah, the super long arm. How'd you get such a long arm? It's like a megaphone. I can't remember my friend ever playing Dark Elves. We bought some. So I have all this set of Dark Elves. So I ended up getting some older hammer Dark Elves, the metal ones. Some of the Witch Elves that wear people's skin as cloaks. They have chainmail, so they're not like the even this era of Witch. I think they also use in a Company of Renown. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna drill this. Maybe not today though. I guess these would be in Cities of Sigmar now too. Is that right, Mr. Dog? Dave Dog, anti-vaxxer. Amazon Hobby USB cordless drills? Huh. I don't know anything about those. That doesn't take too long to drill a hole, that's for sure. Just gotta find the right drill bit, and then you do it. That's that. I guess if they're always the same as your magnet size, just keep in that hand. Yeah, I think I definitely need to reposition the arm. There's a gap there. And it looks kind of weird. Should be raised up though? Pointing down. That's the question. We'll find out. I'm ready to cut it off. Government scumbags? You don't trust them. Yeah, I feel like if you don't trust governments, then especially being an anti-vaxxer, it's not surprising. And really, I don't trust governments so far. It's full of people. My dad was against the vaccine, but then the government said he had to get it if he wanted to continue working, so he complied. Seems to be okay. Probably still angry about it though. Scummies corporations. Not too different now either these days. I remember the old kitchen table I used to sit at while we worked on stuff. The lighting was very poor there, but we didn't necessarily know it at the time. It's quite possible my friend never even saw all these mold lines. And then of course you could use just thick paint, so that always helps cover up mold lines. Ooh, what time are we at? 11:06. Nice. I think once I'm done cleaning up this fellow or lady, yes, this lady, then I will call it a night. So my wife should be just about done. Or at the very least, I'll just fall asleep while she works. I believe that's also a possibility. Ooh. So yeah, today I really felt like working with my hands, but another day I might just do a little Final Fantasy stream. A little Final Fantasy 1. All right. Let's see. What's a good angle? Is there a good angle? I think so. Ah, there we go. Contact wasn't that great. Do it. Final Fantasy, yeah. Sometimes I feel agitated when I just sit there and play video games, though. I figured tonight was a work with your hands night. Even though I spent all day working with my hands, I still want to work with my hands more. Alright, so there's... Honestly, it seems like it should be up in the air. Yelling out of her trumpet hand. Okay, so what we'll do is bring out the thick stuff. Can't play video games all the time. Doesn't feel productive? Yeah. Playing Fallout. But after a while, it started feeling just too unproductive. It's like no matter how many tin cans I pick up, still not getting anywhere. Let's see. Rub. Gooey gooey rub. Back a little. There's a gap there. Might not be able to do too much. Like that. That's probably the best option. Toot toot. Oh wow. Sticking Battlefield 1. Don't know too much about Battlefield, honestly. I know it exists. Definitely know that. I might have played it, but I don't know. Basically, I'm going to hang around with anyone who plays video games, so get out of the loop that way. All right. You. It's pretty good for getting minis off faces. Once in a while and for an hour is all I can afford to video games. Yeah, basically that's how it comes for me too. That's where we're at. Once in a while for about an hour. Well, yeah, these are the bases that come with Wrath of Kings minis. I think Dark Ages and stuff. So they have this like divot in there, which is perfect for pudding base minis. See if you have something that's on a pudding base, it gets swallowed up pretty good. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll probably wait. I won't jump on Fallout right away. Maybe wait for the Game of the Year edition. I'll probably have one. Little 25s. Even seem kind of big for 25s. But I got all these 28.5s. Let's see how that looks. If. Yeah, I like the 28.5. We all know the score. I'm not going to be using them in Warhammer. So I might as well. I'm on 28.5s. Well, that's 25s. They're very wide, these zones. Bethesda seems a bit sleepy these days. Yeah. Well, they're always moved at a slower pace, too. The only reason why New Vegas got released so quickly is because it wasn't Bethesda, so. And then they made a really good game. Bethesda got angry, I guess. It's like, no, you can't make games anymore. Their IP. Our cool engine. Which is too bad. Would love to have a New Vegas style Fallout 4. I like the Fallout 4 engine. Really fit my playstyle. 30s. Where are my squares? 25s. Oh, square 20s. That's what I'm looking for. Not 25s. Oop. Slotted 40s. I don't think that I don't see any more squares. Square 20s. Slotted or otherwise. Oh, I guess I'll wait. The old Bethesda game engine was showing its age in Fallout 4. Well, it's true. But my computer is old, so they actually work well together. Load times, a little rough sometimes. Okay. Let's clean the feet. All right. You didn't like Elder Scrolls Online? I know Chris likes Fallout 76. I never played it though, so I didn't want to play Fallout Online. There's one. New World from Amazon. I don't know if I know that one. It was a lot better like a few month launch 76 was. Yeah, they pissed off a lot of people on launch. Biggest mistake was no human NPCs. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the story's a big draw for me. Fallout. Should I use Chunk? Yeah, I'll use Chunk. I think I'll use Chunk. Gone are the days when I could get hooked on an MMO or RPG. Never did. I always thought I would be. But then when I finally got to play some, I was like, oh, it's full of people. Maybe I was just peopled up by then. We'll start with that one. Like Ultima Underworld or Ultima Online. I always wanted to play that when I first learned of it. I was like, that's so amazing. Not sure what the first MMO I played was. Might have been World of Warcraft. I didn't play EverQuest. Pretty sure I played something before World of Warcraft. Oh, you're hooked on ESO? You're not as good. Kept you a free man. I really like the cooperative mode in Mass Effect 3. I thought that was really cool. I liked playing that online. All right, let's see. Let's get this guy. Toot toot. Let's see. Ultima's still alive? Still good. And I still haven't played it. And grinding, realize the pointlessness of it. Rage quit or slump away quickly. Piss you off? Yeah. Stopped playing in like 2014, but there's still shards. Yeah. That's how I got with mobile games. I'd be like, oh, this is a really good mobile game. It's a lot of story, a lot of depth. I really like it. And you just kind of hit that point where everything's just kind of frustrating. Can't play advance. Let's see. What, usually spend a lot of money or something? I don't know. I never get that far. Just have to grind forever. And that's when I quit. Like, well, I'm just killing my phone's battery anyway. Maybe it's lifespan. It's pretty hot. Wow, 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 wow. Let's see, here. Where's it off? A little thin there. Okay. I feel that's reasonable. There's still a little more here, but those are hard to call. Maybe not worth it. The horn looks better, yeah. And I like the sword being raised up a bit more. I think that looks better. Maybe I just have to trim the back a bit. Make it more flush. Ooh, there's a mold line here. How did I miss that? The old gray Citadel plastic. He's not one to blow his own trumpet. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, where'd he go? All the way over here? That's not too important. Taking a break from the horror, blowing to erase the sword and yellow charge. That's right. That's how she rolls. Excuse me. I wasn't sure I was going to find much use for these 28.5s. They often are the perfect size. Ah, that's what we're going to do. Oh, it fell. We got some eyes. There we go. Are you still there, Mr. Dog? $100 messages? Dang. You guys talked a lot. Did I ever find out who accidentally cut himself live on Twitch? Mentioned in that girl chat painting video. Oh, weird. It's not showing up on my one chat window, but it shows up in the restream portion. Yeah, still here. Oh, weird. No, I never learned who it was. What I was going to ask you is if you've seen these before. I'm going to have a video out on these, well, before the end of the month. Got this sepia, and I've got some black, which matches Null Oil very nicely in both behavior and color. And they're 200 milliliters. And I think each one of these was $14 locally, which is pretty affordable. In comparison, the Games Workshop ones are, let's see, Games Workshop, board game company. Well, not quite, is it? None. Oil. Middle Earth made to order. Those look pretty good. Ah, there we go. $9.40. Wow. So they're 2/3 the price. And how many milliliters are they? 24 milliliters. what's the calculations on that? 200 divided by 24. 8.3 repeating. So you could refill your null oil 8 times with one of those. And if you lost the 0.3 to them drying out for some reason, then that's not that big of a loss. Because 8 times 940 is like less than $80, I think. Dang, 75. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. It is a tub that you can dip into. I did a video showing you the dip method, but it really does work best, I'd say, as a regular wash. It's a little dark. Here, I got these two I can show you. So these are hero clicks. So I dipped this one, so she's a little darker than this one. Doesn't show off too much on camera. Well, you can see there, she's a little darker overall. So I dipped them, and then I rubbed off the surfaces with this makeup sponge with some isopropyl alcohol, because these are hero clicks. Nothing's going to remove that paint, aside from acetone. No, I didn't use a makeup brush on these ones. I used a cotton tip. I left a little fluff. It was a good test anyway. So yeah, the dip formula is fast drying. Really is fast drying. It's not like the Armor Painter stuff, which is the min wax kind of formula. It's just a regular wash in a big tub. It's very economical. I recommend it, honestly. I feel like you don't save any time with dipping, because either you have to fling off the excess, so you waste a lot, or you have to brush it off anyway to keep it from pooling too much. So I feel like you must just brush it on. That's how I feel about dipping. So that's it. I'm going to call it a night. I want to thank you both for stopping in. I really enjoyed your company. And now I'm tired. Been tired all day. It's a Monday. My daughter was grumpy, so we showed her Monday videos, like the Office Space one. Someone have a case of the Mondays? So yeah, that's it. That's it for tonight. Maybe next time will be Final Fantasy. Till next time, bye-bye.